Hello friends, and welcome to episode 17 of Talking Timeshares with Timeshare Users Group. Tonight, we're going to go over a few simple questions that will help you identify what timeshare is right for you. Almost 10 years ago, one of our volunteers, shout out to you Denise M., created a list of questions that were commonly asked by the community when an owner came to Tug asking for help in buying their first timeshare. This list of questions has been used to help literally hundreds, if not thousands of timeshare owners identify what timeshare will, or in many cases, will not work for them. This is truly one of the most valuable features of Tug, and it's completely free. I know you're thinking, do I just read my answers to the questions or say them out loud during this video, and the answers will magically appear on my screen? No, sadly, we're still working on that feature. However, the next best thing is you can actually go right on our forum for free and post the answers to these questions and get help from tens of thousands of other owners who have been in your shoes before and are willing to help 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, completely free. Truly, every single person that posts one of these threads to get help with their timeshare gets an invaluable lesson in timesharing from the Tug community. Links are down below in the comments, so as soon as you're finished watching yours truly, you can go visit, create your own thread, and get started right away. Now that that's out of the way, let's actually get started. Question 1. Is there a vacation destination you wish to visit the majority of the time? And if so, where? The first step in narrowing down your options is being honest with yourself about where you want to go on vacation on a regular basis. West Coast? East Coast? Florida? Orlando? Skiing in Colorado? Maybe Mexico's your fancy. Being realistic with your answer here lets you establish what is and is not going to work for you in the timesharing world. Question 2. Do you want to visit your home location, so to speak, or the resort that you buy at? Or are you looking to actually spice it up and get a little variety in your timeshare lifetime and go to different locations year in and year out? This is how we decide which of the two main timeshare buying strategies is going to apply to you. Do you want to buy at a specific location so you can travel to that location year in and year out? Or are you buying for the allure of trading or exchanging or visiting multiple locations year in and year out, providing a bit more variety, so to speak, than visiting the same location each and every year? There are absolutely pros and cons to both. So many that we actually have a specific advice article that just breaks down these two buying options. You can check it out in the free Tug advice section when you finish watching this video. If you're leaning towards one or the other, being honest and upfront lets you narrow down a very significant percentage of the timeshares that are out there. Question 3. What are your top 5 trade destinations do you wish to travel to? This is a follow-up for those who wanted to trade their timeshare more than visit the same location year in and year out. This determines which timeshare systems are going to provide you access to those prime destinations that you wish to travel to. There's absolutely no reason to buy into a timeshare system that isn't going to provide that for you. It would just be a complete waste of money. Question 4. How many people do you usually travel with, including yourself? Do you travel by yourself, with a spouse, or do you take your entire family on vacation with you? The options for reserving or trading for 1-bedrooms and studios is far greater than being limited to having to reserve 2, 3, or even 4-bedroom timeshares to take your entire family on vacation with you. Question 5. Can you travel at any time, or are you limited to your children's school schedule? Generally, family travel revolves around annual school schedules, spring break, Christmas break, Thanksgiving, and knowing which resorts provide the most flexibility during those times is going to be a very important factor in determining which timeshare works best for you. Question 6. Can you truly plan 12 or more months out? This question, and being honest with this question, is key in determining if timesharing is even right for you in the first place. For many folks, timesharing simply isn't a good fit. There's absolutely no problem with that, and there are still options to actually stay at a timeshare. We always advise people to look at the rental market. You can rent a timeshare just about anywhere in the world at any resort from owners who offer their timeshares for rent on a regular basis. You get to stay in the exact same room and enjoy the exact same benefits of timeshare vacations without the obligation of actually buying a timeshare. You can learn more about that on Tug as well. Check it out after the video is over. Question 7. Can you vacation for a full week at a time each and every time you visit your timeshare? It's certainly becoming more and more common that timeshares, especially point systems, provide a bit more flexibility in what they call short stays, or staying for less than 7 days. Do you just want to travel for long weekends? Maybe you just want to stay for a night. Certain systems provide far more flexibility than others. Question 8. What level of accommodations do you expect when staying in a timeshare on a scale of 1 to 5? This one can be pretty subjective. It's like saying, do you prefer Coke over Pepsi? Chili's to Applebee's? While opinions on owners can certainly be biased, there are clearly different tiers in the timesharing world. And being honest with yourself about what you expect when you check into a room each and every time you go on vacation can certainly limit your choices to which tier is going to fit best for you. Question 9. How much can you afford to spend to buy a timeshare without financing? Very much in line with the previous question, even buying resale, if you demand or are shopping for the higher tier systems, it can actually cost thousands of dollars even to purchase those on the resale market. Now, of course, you're saving tens of thousands of dollars by buying resale and not directly from the resort, but as the quality and tiers go up, the initial resale cost is going to go up as well. So for example, if you want Disney Vacation Club at Motel 6 prices, that's probably a bit unreasonable. Question 10. How much can you realistically afford each year, especially when that bill comes right after Christmas? We're not looking to get into your finances here. Knowing that annual maintenance fees come each and every year, usually around January, and that those fees tend to go up year in and year out is a very important bit of information that is not shared with many timeshare owners. If you look at this another way, this is actually going to be the annual cost of your vacation. You need to take a cold, hard look at how much you are willing to spend each year on vacation before you purchase a timeshare. Question 11. I promise we're almost done. Are you a detail-oriented planner? This question isn't likely to narrow down your choices of which timeshare is right for you. It's actually going to indicate if timesharing is even right for you in the first place. The best way to extract the most value from your timeshare ownership is to leverage the knowledge, help, and advice that is provided for free by the TUG community from other owners just like you. Unfortunately, in many cases, this requires a good bit of work and planning well in advance of your actual vacation. For those who just want to travel wherever the wind takes them, whenever they want to go, timesharing probably isn't going to be a very good fit. And finally, question 12. Do you truly understand that owning a timeshare is going to eventually result in you needing to sell or otherwise dispose of that timeshare when the time comes to end your ownership? Do you know that you're responsible for all of the annual fees, special assessments, and other such items for the entire course of your ownership until you do choose to sell or otherwise exit your timeshare? TUG doesn't exist to promote the timeshare industry. We are here to provide owners with the cold, hard facts about timeshare ownership so that everyone, as an adult, can make educated and informed decisions. Any potential buyer needs to be made aware of the annual obligation and cost of owning a timeshare before you even entertain the idea of buying a timeshare. While buying resale can absolutely limit your initial cost by thousands and thousands of dollars, you're still going to be obligated to pay those annual maintenance fees year in and year out every year that you're an owner. As mentioned before, there will come a time when you need to sell or otherwise exit your timeshare. It happens to each and every timeshare owner. Understanding that many ownerships can be more difficult to get rid of than others is a key factor in choosing which timeshare is truly right for you. While timesharing can be very, very easy to get into, it can be very, very difficult to get out of. Believe us, there are thousands upon thousands of owners who have found TUG and wish more than anything that they would have learned this key fact before buying their first timeshare. The bottom line is, timesharing is not for everyone. But for those that do wish to buy a timeshare, knowing all of this information up front is going to benefit you greatly. Not just financially, but in actually resulting in you owning in a system that actually works for you, and thus results in years and years of happy family vacations. You can save an absolute fortune buying resale and parlay that money into years and years of wonderful family vacations that you probably wouldn't have normally taken without buying a timeshare. In fact, we recently conducted a survey of more than 1,000 owners and found that the majority of them actually took more vacations after buying a timeshare than they normally would have. Answer to all of these questions makes it much, much easier to define what timeshare system is going to work for you, or if timesharing will work for you at all. In most cases, at least at the end, your result is a much smaller list of timeshares to research and allowing you to eliminate ones that just simply won't work out no matter what. It's our hope that one day every timeshare owner is able to find TUG and glean this experience and knowledge before making their first timeshare purchase. We guarantee those that do will be much happier owners in the long run. Those that don't probably wish they did. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of Talking Timeshares with Timeshare Users Group. If you like our videos, please consider clicking the subscribe button below so you can be notified when we make a new video each week. As always, have a wonderful day and happy timesharing.